All right, what's up, guys? So today is actually Friday, and yesterday was Thanksgiving. I'm figuring that right now I'm in Austin, so we're not in my usual gym right now. I'm gonna do shoulders and delts today, so we'll work on just pretty much the upper traps, mid traps, and overall delts like front, side, rears. You guys know the whole deal. Now, I'd never been to this gym, so I'm really just gonna see what they have. I haven't scanned the entire thing, so yeah, we'll have to see. For delts, we'll be doing that with dumbbells. So it's not like we need a particular machine today. But yeah, I'm not gonna explain much because I'm with my sister, so let's not waste too much time. Let's just get it moving on. All right, guess what? So we'll just pretty much do delts instead because someone's using a type of machine I really want to do for the traps. And to not waste time, let's just start with the delts. I think that finishes up for delts. Let's move on to traps now, because my delts, they're pretty cooked right now. Let's see how these feel. So we're gonna kind of have to crouch for these. Oh, that's weird. I should put a seat on this because yeah, it's not bad. I feel like I'm using this wrong because, I mean, I feel it, obviously. Just the height adjustment is like a little fucked. In order to compensate, I kind of have to crouch a little. Dude, splits are rusty. They don't even go in.
I really see bodybuilding from a different point of view from some of the other people that are involved in it. I believe, it's 100% a sport, and that's the way I look at it. And I'm an athlete, and I'm trying to achieve the best I can as an athlete, and I'm not really interested in the glamour and the glitz and everything. I don't believe that I'm a superstar and I'm going to Hollywood and earning that kind of stuff. I just see myself as a regular guy. I have to fight for everything, and I think my dad dying young, my mum not really being able to cope with me or, with my anger and confusion and everything like that. That was definitely a driving force, and I had to grow up and look after myself pretty quick. I was 16, I was out on the street living at friends' houses or something and get my own little place, and I got to look after myself. There's nobody else that I can fall back on. And when I was in the detention centre, it was like a crossroads. It was like, which way do I want to go, dude?
Cause I can't justify the way everyone is looking at me. Nothing to gain, hollow when alone. And the fault is my own, and the fault is my own. I wanna heal, I wanna feel what I thought was never real. I wanna let go of the pain I felt so long. Erase all the pain till it's gone. I wanna heal, I wanna feel like I'm close to something real. I wanna find something I wanted all along. Somewhere I belong. I will never know myself until I do this on my own. And I will never feel anything else until my wounds are healed. I will never think anything till I break away from me. I will break away. I'll find myself today. I wanna heal, I wanna feel what I thought was never real. I wanna let go of the pain I felt so long. Erase all the pain till it's gone. I wanna heal, I wanna feel like I'm close to something real. I wanna find something I wanted all along. Somewhere I belong.
All right, so that pretty much wraps up for today's shoulder day. You know what? I actually liked what we did for the delts when we started off with the side delt raises. I never felt them so, let's say, stimulated as before. And I think it's because I just kept with the same weight. I didn't increase the weight too much. I was more focused on rather the whole range of movement there, and also I don't know. Sometimes if I can focus on the range, but maybe I think my form is not the best. But today it was a lot more better, despite the soreness I felt for these past few days of delts, because that's interfered a lot with the chest days. For traps, that was pretty good too. What we did for the upper traps works well for that shrug machine. Danny,
Yeah.
that's called the shrug machine, right? That over there.
Yes.
Shrug machine was pretty good. I think we just need to do a few more of those back shrugs to feel just a burn on the mid traps. Because you know what? The next time I do it, I'll do the mid traps first. Because by the time I did the mid traps, my hands couldn't. I didn't have such a good grip, to be honest. I'm not gonna really talk too much. The audio is probably the audio in this whole training session probably sounded like shit because of the wind. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to my sister's apartment, do some calves. I don't want to do them here. I'd rather do them over there. But tomorrow we're gonna hit some legs. See ya. All right, so I'm back home, and I'm actually not that far from my gym right now, but I have a bit of a surprise. So I did a DEXA scan yesterday, and I finally got the results. I know what body fat I'm at. I know basically all my levels. I'll just show you guys the PDFs that what I have, but I'm gonna go on my phone and give you guys the gist of the whole thing. The body fat that I've been right now, as of yesterday, was 15.3%. Yeah, it's way lower than what I thought I was. So I I think I know why. There's several reasons. One of them is, I think, as I said before, I've never been so extremely, let's say, disciplined and consistent when it's come to my diet. in terms of tracking almost every single calorie. Some days I would undershoot by 200. Some days I would stick to the same, but I don't even think I would overshoot. Or no, I did. I did a few times, but not that often. A lot of the times I was ranging between the calories I should have taken than before. I think what really threw me off before, and I explained this on my how I got bigger bulking video, that ever since and this is not just like, I want to explain it because it gives more context to maybe why I'm at that body fat right now, despite bulking for 11 months. Since I started bulking on January, each month that's come by, it's been harder for me to increase more and more and more weight, because during March and April, May, my natural genetics and my body has a way of adapting very quick. I've relied immensely more on carbs than anything else. And so I think my body knows how to use the carbs pretty well, that even despite eating more than 500 grams of carbs, I was barely increasing in weight. But if you look at if you look at a few videos that I've explained before, if you look at my before and after, before I started bulking, I look like a different person. And I gained way more muscle from that carb. So it's not that the bulk didn't work. It's just that my body in particular used the carbs effectively, that I didn't gain much body fat. In fact, it was the inverse. I gained more muscle than fat. So in another way, it is actually a really good scenario. I fed my body a lot, but my body actually converted a lot of those nutrients into protein. I mean, not protein, but into muscle. Yeah, because it's not just the protein, it's the carbs. So my body works well with carbs. It makes sense too. That's why I'm able to eat so much grains and so much high fiber food items, that, I can eat a lot of fiber and I'm not bloated. So that's by DNA. That's genetically. I got to thank my parents, my ancestors for that. I can eat a lot of things that contain carbs, mostly fiber. Maybe not everything that's a carbohydrate item, but let's say the things that I've been eating so far, like grains, rice, etc., and I can't really get fat. I mean, if I think about it, I'm at 15%. Commonly, that's really at, let's say, maintenance level body fat percentages. I was, let's say, when they first gave me the scan, I wasn't actually super disappointed, but I was actually surprised that I was that low, because I flipped my perspective of like that. Like I flipped like, but wait a minute, I've been taking a lot of carbs, and so really my body has used a lot of the food I gave to it well, because it converted it into muscle. But that doesn't neglect the fact that despite that, let's say, situation that happened for my bulk, I still should have a higher body fat. But not bad. This is the first time I've ever bulked. I've never bulked before, and I decided to bulk for 11 months, and that DEXA scan revealed everything. I definitely learned a lot, that's for sure. I definitely learned a lot. I've explained a lot of that stuff in those videos, like how to get bigger bulking. But one of the things that I mentioned in that video is to just immediately meal plan. And that sounds so simple at first, but for me, for a person like me, I just find meal planning to be pretty tedious, and it's annoying for me. Well, I'd rather eat what I've always eaten, or I'd rather adopt a lifestyle of eating to continue eating in this way for the rest of my life. But whatever, I'm kind of ranting on that aspect. Yeah, that was the result. Maybe the flip side about it too, because now we're finishing the bulk. I mean, that's really what I was waiting for, just to do that DEXA scan. I can know roughly what I'm going to be doing for this cut, like what's going to be my target body fat, and how long it's going to take, how many weeks, how much cardio I should do. I've already done that research, and I'm not going to explain it here because I want to surprise you guys. But yeah, those were the results. I'll show you guys the PDF later. I've never seen a person showing their actual DEXA scan, like entirely. But I wanted to show you guys because I like to be transparent. And sometimes I could say that I could be 20% or not, but I was wrong. I mean, I don't know. But if I do have the numbers like this, I'll show it to you guys, because I mean, I don't have any reason to hide that. Yeah. If I'm 15%, I'll tell you I'm 50%. If I'm 10%, I'll tell you I'm 10%. If I'm 20% and I have the numbers that are 20%, I'll show I'm 20%. Yeah, I mean, I don't have much to hide. And for the plant-based stuff, I mean, I stopped doing it, but I did bulk being plant-based. That's a fact. That's what I did. So I think that's cool. Cause now I'm talking about something else, but if you, but yeah, those were my DEXA scans, and that pretty much sums up the video. I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Now I kind of want to just talk about more about plant-based. If you don't want to hear that shit, you can get out of the video. Yeah, because I might bore you. But for some of you who are interested, you can stay down and I'll talk for a few minutes. If you are interested on the plant-based stuff, I think you should give it a try. It is not something for a lot of people because it relies a lot on your genetics. A lot of people make so many claims that eating in a plant-based way derives from essential, let's say, nutrients, a lot of essential nutrients to maintain a healthy lifestyle as a human being. But that's very black and white, because for some people, that's the case when they're in a specific blood type. For me, I'm blood type A, so that's why I can eat a lot of grains and a lot of these sort of things, because it doesn't affect my body too much. So I don't get any bloats or none of this stuff. And even though I haven't been plant-based for my whole life, like I haven't been plant-based since I was 5 years old or 4 years old. I just started when I was, I think I was 18. No, not 18. I was 19 years old. Right now I'm 23. Or I think I was between 18 and 19. I can't remember. But that's how long I've been doing it. And I've been checking my blood pretty frequently. And I have all healthy markers. I don't have any single issue. But that's just for me. That's my genetics. That's my blood type, because I'm blood type A. Sometimes, like for my sister, she's a different blood type, and she can't really stand to do plant-based, even though she did it way before I was plant-based. And she got sick and she got fatter. So, you know, it depends on the person. But for the people who can align better with plant-based, it will work very well for you. I think what happened to me when I started lifting is I gained a lot of muscle, like the carb thing, but I wasn't fat. So I looked shredded, but I was big at the same time, and I wasn't fat. Right now I have a bit of a stomach because of how many carbs I'm taking, but as soon as I start the cut, all that water is going to go down. So the biggest change, the biggest transformation will occur. It depends on the type of cut you're doing, whether it's aggressive or moderate, but usually it would take about 2 to 4 weeks. 2 to 4 weeks, we should see a lot of water drain down, because the first thing, when you cut, the first thing that is flushed out of your body is the water. Once the water's out of the system, you start to burn down the fat. But again, research on it. Don't just rely on what I'm saying. I'm really just sharing this based on my experience. I don't have much research material that I can provide to you to back up what I'm saying. But all I can say in proof of evidence is just based on my experience. I've built my physique being vegan, being a plant-based. And there's a huge joke in the whole bodybuilding community where, like, on Instagram or TikTok, they're like, oh, he's a vegan and he's natural and all these sort of things. And I get the jokes and stuff like that, but there's just a lot of ignorance on it. So yeah, just be realistic on it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.